Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a fire test. We have a cotton ball with Vaseline versus a WetFire tab. I've never used the WetFire tabs. I have tested the cotton balls with Vaseline. Today we're going to put them against each other. Now I'm not completely outdoors, I'm in the shop, so we're in kind of a controlled environment. We're not going to have any wind or any moisture, so this is ideal circumstances. But I've got the regular UST WetFire tab and then a cotton ball with Vaseline. I got to grab a second lighter and we're going to try to light them both at the same time. The goal is going to be to see what takes faster, what burns stronger and longer. So we'll find that out. Okay, I've got two lighters here. Let's make sure they both work. Okay, they both work. I want to make sure they're both going to hopefully strike at the same time, taking turns. All right, let's try it out. Both going. Okay, initially off the bat, it looks to me like the WetFire tab is stronger. It's also, the cube of the WetFire tab is smaller. So in your pack, it's going to take up smaller or less room. What I don't like about it, however, is that noise it makes in its package. Of course, that can be remedied with moving them to another pack if that wouldn't harm the integrity of the tab. So we're going to let these dudes burn, and the video is probably going to get quite boring because we're just going to let them burn and see how long they go. It's important to note too that I don't recommend anybody trying this indoors. I'm doing it. I've got good ventilation to my shop, so that's my excuse. I don't recommend, however, that you do it inside. Never light a fire in your house. Okay, it's looking like now that our WetFire tab is burning a little less strong than the cotton ball with Vaseline. Seems like its strength has maybe tapered off, and the cotton ball with Vaseline has picked up a little bit. I can see though that the cotton ball has shrunk up a ways, and the WetFire tab still seems to be just a touch smaller than it was originally. We're a couple minutes in, and it looks like the both methods are still going great. That they do produce that black petroleum smoke. That's something to note also. It's not going to be a real thick black smoke, but it is black smoke, which, you know, if you had enough of these and you were trying to signal, as long as it was a calm day, it may be a method to signal with, but boy, you sure would have to have a bunch. It's definitely noticeable now that the cotton ball with Vaseline is going a lot stronger than the WetFire tab. From your angle, what it looks like to me is that you can kind of tell, but not as well as you can from the side angle here. So as far as strength of flame, it looks like the cotton ball's doing better, but longevity, I really feel like the WetFire tab's going to go longer from what the structure looks like currently. Going to have to see how they end up. WetFire tab's getting noticeably smaller. Sure seems like you know, no more than it's changed. It seems like the WetFire should be burning at the same intensity that it started, but I know it says it's a petroleum Product, let's see. Danger, flammable, harmful, or fatal if swallowed. Do not store near heat or flame. Call physician immediately. I knew somewhere it said it was a compressed petroleum, I thought. This also says scrape tinder shavings into a pile to light. I'm assuming that's talking about your tinder you would gather in the woods to make your tinder bundle and then use your WetFire tab. I'm assuming it's not telling you to scrape the WetFire tab to bits, because that would be, in my opinion, that'd be kind of silly for an instant fire tab. Now what we're seeing, the WetFire is just clinging on to life there. The Cottonball Vaseline still has a pretty sustained flame. I have seen these Cottonballs though, you know, burn. They seem like they're pretty strong and then they're just done. One thing, again, I'm more versed in the Cottonballs with Vaseline. One thing I will say about them is that when they have gone out, if you can take a stick or something and increase the surface area in them, you can blow them back to life. So if you didn't get what you needed out of them yet, you can blow them back into flame. The WetFire tab's starting to puff a lot. You probably can't hear that in the video, but it's clinging on, but it's about out. I really thought it was going to burn longer. But, yeah, it's got just a touch of flame left on it. When I started this video, I thought that the WetFire tab would outdo the Cottonball with Vaseline. But now I see that a Cottonball with Vaseline, the WetFire tab, the flame's gone. The Cottonball with Vaseline has outdone it. Also, the Cottonball, I can put, you know, a dozen of those in a little Ziploc bag and still be fairly quiet. These, they crank so they're loud, and they don't last as long as the Cottonballs. So they both, to me, seem to take the same. I think it's obvious here. Yeah, there's not even any glow to the. Look, I touch that with my hand. There's not even any glow to the WetFire tab anymore. It's done. See, the bottom hasn't even burned on that. It's totally done. Feels like old styrofoam. It sounds like it too. The Cottonball with Vaseline is still going. Still going. Got a little flame left. It's on its way out though. Okay, so I guess I'll end this here. I won't wait for that to burn out. It might burn out while I'm talking, but just a good test. Like I said, I like running tests on stuff I keep in my kit. So now I know for sure. Another thing, the WetFires, it was, I don't know, 10 tabs, 8 tabs, something for like $5. Cottonballs, I can get a bag of those for $1 and a jar of Vaseline for $1. So $2 that I can make, I mean, 10 times what I can get out of those. So as far as the money value. Okay, so my Cottonball's about out. We'll go ahead and roll it around. Well, hey, look at there. It's another new thing you learned. Flame was about out. I turned it over, and look, I got a sustained flame again. On the other hand, when I turned the WetFire over, it just crumbled up. Another good piece of advice. Something else I learned. I recommend just to always be learning. Always try new things, because you'll never know. But you may try and learn something, and then you're in a situation where you need to use that, and you've got that knowledge. Knowledge is power. It's still going. Put that out. Alright, well, hope you guys appreciated this demo, and let me know if you have any suggestions or ideas.